Okay.
All right. Hi, it is May 6th, and welcome to our team call. I am going to go ahead and start with all the announcements, and then we'll turn it over to our speaker. So first, our challenge packs for the month, we have, let's see, Insanity Max 30, Body Beast, Pio, and Ultimate Resets. Some of those do have kickstarts with them, but all of it's in the back office, so if you log in, you'll be able to see that. Also announced the Beachbody On Demand has added more programs. So if you have people that are interested in Body Beast, Insanity Max 30, or P90, or have purchased that, they'll be able to access it on their on demand. So that's great. Let's see. And then the Summit app, the 2015 Summit app is actually available now. So if anyone is wanting to download that and see what's going to be happening at Summit, I highly recommend it. And show of hands, who's going to Summit? Anyone? Yay!
Yay!
Yay! So
Tracy, raise your hand.
Here's a huge announcement about Summit. Jamie and Lindsay both have officially earned their Summit. Woo! And they got free tickets. Woo! So they'll be going to Nashville with us. If you guys are newer coaches on the call, welcome, and it's nice to meet you. I'm Linda. I forgot to introduce myself. But as a new coach, if you hit Success Club your first 3 months of coaching, you have the opportunity to earn a ticket. I think at this point it may be to the next summit, but either way, you'll be earning a free ticket to a coach summit. So that's really exciting. Something to work with or work on if you're interested. Let's see, let's go over our recognition. So we had a ton of people this time that did fantastic. I'm so amazingly proud of all of you guys. For Success Club, we had Meg Taylor with 9 points. Samantha Bell with 1, Kimberly Engel with 2, Natasha Wingate with 2, who, by the way, said that she wished she could be on here and she wanted me to tell everyone hi. Lindsay Elliott with 12, Kristen Ryan with 4, Kristen Singo Brooks with 4, Jamie Bassignani with 17, oh my goodness, Sherilyn Hale with 10, Angela Taylor with 8, and Angela Specht with 11. So congratulations to all of you guys who got Success Club points. That's great. As far as Erin's team, we also have, because I don't have access to see those, she had to send them over. We have Angie Petrowski, sorry I butchered it, with 2 points, Rachel Metzer with 1, Laura Raver with 2, and Erin with 6. So that's great. Top volume, we have Michelle Boyer, Angela Specht, Angela Taylor, Sherilyn Hale, Jamie Bassignani, Lindsay Elliott, Meg Taylor, Jen Ford, and David Goyak, who all cleared the 500 club. So that's fantastic. Yay. Again. And Kristen Ryan, Karen Cullen, Stacy Farthing, Marcy Murdoch, Lauren Lancer, Samantha Bell, and Kimberly Engel all also had top volume. So congratulations. That's a lot to go through all at once. Sorry, but our team is fantastic and we are fully rocking it. So other things. So the big announcement that Erin already kind of asked you guys about is we would like to do a team sneak peek starting on May 18th. And if anyone doesn't know what that is, basically it's a 5-day challenge group, if you think of it that way, where you invite people that you think would be good coaches. So the people that you're going to be inviting would include challengers that are in your group that are responding, people that are already using the product, and they may not necessarily be responding in the groups, but say they're ordering Shakeology regularly, and they would save money with the Shakeology discount. And other people that you think would benefit, you know, people who have been talking about how they want to lose weight, or people who, you know, are having problems with their jobs or could use some extra money. You can really reach out to those people and help them out. I think it's, you know, something that it's not something you're trying to sell them or talk them into. Coaching is a gift, and it's something that if you think about who reached out to you in your life and touched you and helped you either reach your fitness goals or find a family or earn some extra money, whatever it is, that goal that you're working towards, someone gave that gift to you, and you can turn around and give that gift to others. So think about who in your life could really benefit from this. And those are the people you're going to want to reach out and invite to this. Questions so far, anybody?
Hey, Linda.
Yeah.
So I unmuted myself, but I wanted to just tell everybody that they can use the chat at the bottom if you're new to Zoom and you haven't used it before. And also Nicole has an announcement she wants to make. And
Okay.
I know, I don't want you to unmute yourself if you are having any thoughts or questions about what we're talking about too, especially with this sneak peek. I didn't mention that yet. I only asked about the Wednesdays.
Right.
So I know Jamie and Lindsay were wanting to do a sneak peek too. So I didn't know if they, they said they wanted to do it next week, and I didn't know if you wanted to do it all together and how you wanted to do that. So, once you tell them what it is, let's talk about it all together.
Yeah, sounds good. Sorry, I'm not good at reading this chat and talking at the same time, but it looks like Nicole was posting about Success Club points. She has a new coach that became a coach on May 1st and got 4 points on the same day, Jalay Smart. So congratulations to her. And I saw something else about points. Nicole also had 6 herself. Woo-hoo. And then back to the sneak peek. So if we did the sneak peek on the 18th, the group would open on the 15th. If we did it on the 11th, it would open on the 8th. So we just open it a couple days ahead of time and put people into the group. What we do is we invite them, we tell them why we thought of them, why you think this person would be a great coach, or why you thought of them in the first place, and how you think it will help them, and then invite them to the group. But then once they're in the group, we have basically a post or video every single day about coaching. There would be a webinar that Wednesday night that we would invite them to, that they could learn more in depth. And so that's kind of what it's like. It's basically a challenge group that tells people about coaching and what we do and kind of introduces them to it. The one thing I did want to say is we are going to need your guys' help for sure, because we need your stories, your before and afters, and most important, videos that we're planning to use on this sneak peek. And I'll kind of explain how we're going to do that. The stories and before and afters, it would be nice for every coach that's on here to submit either to your upline, either to me or Erin or Meg or Lindsay or Jamie, whoever that is. Submit like a short little bio of who you are, how you ended up in Beachbody, what it's done to change your life, and why you're here and why you coach. Basically, you want an in-depth of why you're here, why you coach kind of thing, and how it's changed your life. And then you put it with a before and after photo or a really good headshot, and we make like a nice PDF. So when people come and look at it, they can see, here's all the different coaches on our team and all their different stories. But the other thing we were thinking of doing, and you guys can give your feedback on this too, is who saw that YouTube video that Meg posted? The one about this is why we coach? Anybody? Where people had their backs turned and then they would turn around and tell their story and then they turn their backs around again. So what did you guys think of that?
I thought it was powerful. It was definitely powerful. And then in the end to find out that was really their story. They were not acting at all.
Right.
It was good.
Right. So what if each of us could create like a 60-second or less clip with our why, similar to that video, and send it all in to me, and then we're going to put it all together in one bigger video, kind of like that. We'll go from one coach to another, to another, to another, and then finish it up with, this is our team and these are our real stories. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. Love it.
Yeah?
Love it.
Yeah.
I like it
Awesome.
a lot.
Awesome.
60 seconds or less, though. It has to be short, guys.
Short.
Yeah, 30 seconds, 60 at most. Super, super short. And then just send them in to me or to Meg or to Erin. We need the actual video, though, the actual clip. You can't send us a YouTube. So, but if you could get it to us by, sometime this week, that would be awesome. And then we'll have time to put it together and get it ready.
Do you want, like, just us talking about our story, or do you want us to try to do something kind of like that was in the video? Like, those people were very,
Dramatic?
They were like really into it.
I think, not to cut you off, but I think if you just said your name, that you're a coach, and why you chose coaching, and keep it really short and sweet. I mean, it shouldn't be stressful. We shouldn't, get nervous about it. It should be fun and informative and just a way to reach out to others. So really.
I can be dramatic, though, if I need to be.
If you want to be dramatic, be dramatic. I'll be dramatic with you. We'll put them in between the regular ones.
Yeah.
Don't turn off the video.
Look off into the distance.
Okay.
Well, think about it like this: if you're a potential coach and you're thinking about coaching, what would you want to see? What would be inviting to you, or make you think, oh, I want to be a part of that?
Mm-hmm. Focus on your why or how it's changed your life. So, Nicole, did you have some stuff you wanted to say too, or questions, or? Oh, I can unmute you.
No, I'm good. I'm listening.
Did you want to do it with us at the same time?
Your sneak peek? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to. I actually just wrote that down about the other thing too with the video. Sorry, my brain is in two places. I've been dealing all day with trying to decide what my brand is going to be.
Oh, your brand is you.
I know, but like
you make it up, it's who you are.
I did this. It's totally not on topic for tonight, but I did this webinar where they talk really specific about figuring out your brand so that you can narrow down your target. And yeah, my head hurt. So,
it's hard. I've done it. It's hard.
It's really hard. And I, even posted on Facebook saying like, why do you follow me, or, whatever. And actually was going to post in the team groups tonight because my brain feels like fried eggs. I don't know. It's hard. It's a lot harder than you think when you're thinking about, and this is actually good for everybody here anyway, when you're thinking about long term and what you're trying to market and what you stand for and stuff like that. And like I said, this training that I'm kind of doing or whatever on the slide is just really making you dig really internally to figure out specifics. Like, I'm not specific. I focus on moms, I focus on military related people, and it's just totally not working for me at the moment.
Well,
but yes, I want to be involved in that.
Okay. Is the 18th good for you, or did you want to bump it up a week?
Actually, the 18th actually would work perfect for me because I have a couple new coaches that right now I'm trying to get started in a Coach Basics that I created on my own, and that will give me enough time to get them set up. I'm going to do a clean eating group for them, and yeah, I can fall right into that.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So we'll
Jamie and Lindsay, are you guys okay?
What?
Jamie and Lindsay, I wanted to hear their thoughts because I know that they were thinking about doing one next week.
Oh.
I said next week only. It just kind of came out. It wasn't like we were planning on doing it next week. I had mentioned it in another group, and then we were just kind of talking. So I am totally good with the 18th. I don't even have any plans.
You're okay with the 18th?
Anyone?
Yep, and then along those same lines, can we do another Coach Basics, or do you have another Coach Basics scheduled?
Next Monday.
The way I do Coach Basics, yep, everything. So
Baby, I'm always finishing to
Summer.
Wait,
Summer. Mute it.
Mute.
Mute. Mute yourself, Summer.
Whoa.
You see it at the top? Did you hear me?
Yeah,
She's good.
You're good.
Okay.
Okay.
She's so country.
The way my Coach Basics works, is it's 3 weeks, 21 days, and then it ends on a Saturday, and then the following Monday starts the next one. So there's always one running.
Okay. So when does this one end?
This
You have-
is the last week. We're on day 17 today.
Okay.
So the
next
next one.
Monday.
Yep.
Thank you.
So Linda, do you want to have a deadline then for people to send us those bios and little video clips?
Yeah, I'm thinking that, I mean, if you can get them in by this Friday, that would be fantastic. And at the latest, Sunday.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sunday. That sounds
It's
good.
it's only 30 seconds. It shouldn't take forever.
Right.
No. And just send them directly, you know, to your upline, and they'll forward it directly to us. But make sure it's an actual clip, not a YouTube. So we'll plan for the 15th. We'll try and open the group up, and the 18th we'll start. And the 20th, which is that Wednesday, we'll do the webinar, and that'll be in the evening. I don't think we have a time yet, but and Coach Basics starts next Monday. So I think that's it for the announcements.
One more thing. When we send the videos to each other, can we also post it on the team pages, just so we can everyone else can see what you're doing?
Yeah.
And also maybe inspire some people who are not on this call or not involved, or maybe people who are newer coaches, so they could see these things too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It might
For
snowball
sure.
effect, make more people to do it.
Because some may not listen to the recording of this and then may not know, you know, in time for Friday, actually Sunday. So
right. Well, and if you're an upline coach, go ahead and make sure you message your downline and let them know, you know, because if they miss the call, you know, if you send them a quick message and say, hey, we're doing video clips, at least that gives them an opportunity. So,
right.
Yeah.
any other announcements that I missed so far?
When are you doing that, Coach Basics? May 11th?
Yeah, good idea.
This Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Coach Basics, whether or not you're in the middle of one or it's the beginning of. It's continuous, basically.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So moving on, we have Miss Jamie, who's going to be talking to us tonight. I'm really excited to introduce her to you all. She was in my groups for, gosh, I want to say like 6 months, just like enjoying the groups and posting all the time. And then finally, all of a sudden, she's like, nope, I'm in. I'm going to be a coach. And when she did that, she has been all in. She has been working her little tail off and has developed this fantastic team. And I'm so amazingly proud of her. She is a natural with coaching because she's a school teacher. And I think that really actually helps a lot, because this whole coaching thing, it's all about basically lesson planning and, you know, putting out posts regularly and coming up with what you want to do. And she does great at it. So she's already achieved Ruby, and hopefully things go through well. Do you want me to tell him?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm so excited.
She's going to hit diamond tomorrow. So that's the first diamond that I know of on our team that's made it in like 90 days or less. So that's really, really amazing. So she's on here to tell us her why and her story, and then also just some tips on, you know, what she thinks she does to help her business succeed. So it's all yours, Jamie.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Well, before I even get into my story or my why, I absolutely have to say thank you to Linda and to Erin, who have been with me every step of the way and answered my 1 billion questions on Facebook Messenger. Even while I think Erin was in labor and delivery, she was still answering some of my questions. And I also really want to say thank you to Lindsay Elliott, because Lindsay and I signed up as coaches within days of each other, and we really have just been success partners and checking in with each other every single day pretty much about something. So I just really feel like having that support is really important, and that's something that I've really shared with my coaches also, is the importance of trying to find someone not forcing it, but trying to find someone that could be your success partner, because I think it's really nice to have somebody with you along the way. So as far as my story, Linda is correct. And I now use myself as the example over and over and over again when I'm talking to new coaches, because coaches are saying, do we want to put someone in our group if they're not buying anything? Do we just let them kind of hang out in there? And I'm like, yes. Absolutely, because Linda put up with me for a good 6 months, and I'm not buying anything. I already have a program that I bought on Amazon. I don't need anything. I'm not trying the shakes. They're disgusting. Just everything. And it was, it was probably right before Christmas, so December. And I heard about 21 Day Fix, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. And then, I moved into, I think, a new challenge group with Linda at that point. Anyway, started 21 Day Fix, did my first round. Lindsay was doing it too. We reached the end of the first round. I think I lost like 8 pounds during the first 3 weeks. Loved it. I was like talking to everybody about it just because it was finally something that was working for me. I've struggled with it, with losing weight, since I had my daughter 2 years ago. And it just clicked. It's easy for me. I'm super busy, as I know many of you are. It's working. I love the workouts. And then Linda said, hey, have you thought about being a coach? You've been so active in these challenge groups. It's something you should really think about. And I just said, you know what? Let's just go for it. I'll take my discount. I'll see how things go. And here we are 3 months later. And I am absolutely addicted to coaching. And I truly love it. And, I think when you hit your 3rd month of doing the same program, you start to hit that point of, okay, I need something new. It would be really easy to kind of slack off a little bit. And then I think to myself, oh my God, I have 21 coaches in my downline right now. And I have, as of tonight, 9 personally sponsored coaches. And if I just give up, what happens to all of them? So in the beginning, it's that motivation factor of telling people that you're a coach, and then suddenly you're coaching all of these other people, and that accountability piece is huge. And now coaching and fitness and health have just become a total part of my life. And I feel like a different person, because that's never been me. I've always struggled. I've always hated exercise. I've tried every program under the sun, and they all work for a little bit, and then I fall off, and then I'm back. It's just this constant yo-yo. So I just feel like a totally different person right now. And I love it. And, I feel like I'm always talking to people about it. And I think that makes a really big difference once you get past, and I'm saying this because I know that I have some new PS coaches on the call right now that, are really, you're so apprehensive in the beginning. Like, who am I to be telling people that I'm a Beachbody coach? Like, what do I know about fitness? I'm still on my journey. But what I've learned is that people appreciate that even more. I think they want to see, okay, here's Jamie, and she's working full time, and she has 2 little kids, and she has so much going on, and she's still making this work. So if she can find 30 minutes in her day to do this, and find an hour or 2 on the weekends to prep and meal plan, then I can do it too. And I think just really focusing on my challengers has helped a lot. I had somebody today say, how are you doing this? How are you getting all of these coaches? And the 2 pieces of advice that I have, the 2 things that have just really worked for me is, number 1, really just doing it and sharing your story. I have my page, I have my personal page. I'm putting it all out there. Like, I'm an open book. If I miss a workout, if it's a bad day, it's out there. If it's a good day, it's out there. And it's just being honest. And, nobody wants to see perfection. I know I don't anyway. I would rather see somebody saying, all right, well, this weekend completely sucked and I'm up 5 pounds, but now I have to go back and I have to fix it. And I think that really helps. So I think that just being real and talking to people all the time. And as far as the coaches, I've really been tracking the shipping date on their next shipment of Shakeology. And instead of saying, why don't you sign up to be a discount coach? I'm saying, listen, here's the opportunity. You can sign up to be a coach with me. If you don't want to do all of that on the business side, you don't have to be. You can sign up as a preferred customer. It's basically a membership with Beachbody. And by doing that, this is what you get. In the end, you're saving almost $15 a month on your Shakeology. So nobody has to know that you're a coach except for me and you. We don't have to tell anybody else. It's on paper, but you're getting the discount. And more often than not for me, it has been that's really worked. And then suddenly people start saying, well, maybe I do want to talk to a couple of people about it. And maybe I do want to tell people that I'm a coach. And let me see if I can bring some people in. So, and it's just kind of going with whatever they want. I mean, I have 2 coaches right now, my first 2 Emerald coaches that were all in, and they are right there. And one of them, Angela, just became an Emerald yesterday, and she's been a coach for she hasn't even finished her first round of 21 Day Fix. And she's Emerald because she has just fallen in love with challenge groups and fallen in love with the programs. And, I think at this point, we all know someone who has done something with the Beachbody program, P90X, Insanity, Body Beast, whatever. And like I said before, I tried T25, I tried P90X3, and the missing piece for me every single time was that accountability. And it wasn't until I was in the challenge groups with Linda and checking in every day and hearing from other people that were struggling too that, that's what really made the difference for me. So I try to really pack a lot into my challenge groups to try to make them as motivating as possible. I hope that I'm getting some pretty positive feedback from my challengers saying I wouldn't have stuck with it this long if it wasn't for you. So, so I feel like the challenge groups really are their key. And I think that I know I've had some moments of getting so wrapped up in my numbers and advertising and getting more sales and challengers and all of that. And then I have to stop and think, okay, wait, it's all about my challengers right now. And I need to give them a good experience. And if I'm focusing on me, then I'm not focusing on them. And last month, Success Club, 17 points. And it was all about my challengers. And, I came in, it was the middle of the month, and I don't even know that I had any Success Club points as of the middle of the month, truthfully. And it was just, it just happens because people are having good experiences with you. But as far as tips, I think 2 tips that I have, and Lindsay, I actually reached out to Lindsay this afternoon after we had decided that I was going to be speaking tonight. And I just said, oh my God, I don't know. What am I doing that's working? I have no idea, because it's just, you just do what you think you need to do without it's not calculated movements or calculated decisions. It's just, what do I do? And Lindsay's first response was, girl, you listen to a lot of podcasts and a lot of YouTube videos. And that's true. I mean, I shared with my team last week, I feel like I'm addicted to it. There are all the national wake-up calls, YouTube videos, all of those top coaches out there, Lindsay Matway and Brittany Leggett, Melanie Mitro, listening to all of their YouTubes and their videos and the national wake-up calls, I've just gotten so many good ideas of just how to fine-tune things, sending thank you notes out to all of my customers, whether they buy, even if they sign up to be for the free Beachbody Club, I'm sending them a thank you card, just welcome to Beachbody, thanks so much. I hope that you enjoy this as much as I do. New coaches, we're sending Compound Effect and a card to them. Emerald coaches, we're sending little journals because I'm addicted to mine. So everybody gets a journal if you hit Emerald. Just trying to make it as personal as possible and really trying to connect with them. and making them feel comfortable and that it's okay no matter how things are going for you. I'm here for you. And, you know, this can be as public or as private as you want it to be. So, I have to say, like, even aside from Diamond and, you know, Success Club points in Nashville and all of that, it feels like I can almost cry just talking about all this, but I just feel like it's been such a difference. Like, I've just spent so much time in the past 3 months with personal development and focusing on me and being grateful for what I have and for where I am versus always looking at the next thing or the biggest thing. And like, what can I do to help other people? And yes, I'm an educator, so that's what I do all day, is helping kids and helping families. But this is just different because now I'm reaching out to my friends that I know have struggled their whole lives with weight loss and being healthy, and now they have little kids and they're so busy, and, you know, just really making that connection with them. And it's so rewarding. I mean, it really is. And I think that you just have to be real with people. You can't be salesy. That's like the number one thing I've said to all of my new coaches. Do not be salesy. You are not selling things. You are sharing with them. I'm doing 21 Day Fix. These are my results. I love it. I feel better. I'm a better mom because I have less anxiety. I have less stress. I feel good about myself. You should do it with me. And that has gotten more challengers than anything else that I can think of, because I would do it if somebody said that to me. Listen, I'm doing this. I lost 20 pounds. I feel great. I'm a better mom, better wife. Why don't you do it with me? Okay. Well, why wouldn't I do it with you? There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I can send back an empty bag of Shakeology and get all my money back. And no one has. I haven't had any challengers quit Shakeology. I haven't had any challengers fall off the radar in a challenge group, because, you know, I think they know that the team is there for them. The whole group is there for them. So I think that's my story.
Yay.
Question. There's a question.
Oh my gosh, can I just, you blow my mind. That's why I volunteered you. You are contagious. I think that's like the only word I can come up with. Linda, she's your coach. Your energy is contagious. And your thought process for coaches with this preferred customer, genius. Like, heck yeah, I'd re-signed if somebody said that to me. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Jamie, you blow my mind. You and Lindsay both. You guys have just been crazy rock stars. I mean, both of you, I wanted on my cup team, and you're like, no. Erin,
Oh my God.
We did. We were like,
We were so scared.
yeah.
Erin and I both talked, and it's like, they'd be so great. It's not about, you know, winning anything. It's just to kind of learn the business. And both of you are like, no, we're too scared. We're going to back out. And you freaking, like,
We did.
brought a
We did.
freight train.
Sorry.
Hey,
But that's what.
I'm glad you did it. You proved yourself wrong.
Yeah.
Is what you did. You both are just knocking it out of the park. And I'm honored to have been able to watch it from the very beginning. And I cannot wait to see where both of you go. I'm just completely in awe of the two of you. You both are just amazing.
Thank you, Nicole. You were
Thank
so
you.
sweet.
Yes,
you really
thank
are.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
There was a question. Sorry.
So the question I had, I think I typed it, but
Oh.
Yeah,
I can't read it and talk at the same time anyways. But was, so you say that you make your challenge groups the focal point, right? Which is what a lot of people do, is try to, focus in on your challengers, help them get results, help them feel good. Are you also, in addition, private messaging them outside of the group? And if so, how often? Because some people will message like daily. Some people do it weekly. Sometimes it's just only if they fall off. What do you like to do?
Good question. I actually had that written down in my notes, and then I completely ignored my notes. I don't know if anybody noticed. I've been taking copious notes for the past 4 hours of everything I wanted to say, and then I didn't even look at them. But what I have been doing is I have an Excel spreadsheet, and whenever I start a new challenge group, I list all of my challengers, and then I make sure that they are sending me their progress at the end of each week. Whether it's positive or negative, inches or pounds, non-scale victories, just so that I'm hearing from them, so I know that things are going okay for them. And if I don't hear from them, most of them are pretty good, but if I don't hear from them, then I will send them a message. So I make sure that I'm talking to every challenger at least once a week. I also have the new challenger WooFoo survey that I send out, and one of the questions on there is, how often do you want me to check in with you? Daily, weekly, or once through the challenge or something. I think that's the third choice. So so use that too. But I just try to make sure that I'm checking in with them at least once a week, especially if they're being very quiet in the challenge group. Then I know that they're probably not doing it, and then I can kind of bug them a little bit.
Awesome. Any other questions?
It's a great entertainment in with every single person, especially when I end up with 60 people in a group to check in every week. So maybe I need to cut down on my numbers or do a better job of making time to talk to everyone. That's a good tip.
Do you announce that at the beginning of each of your challenges? Like, do you put that in your file section, or do a video, or send them a message saying, I want you to check in every week?
Yeah, I have, Lindsay and I actually created together a document, and we've just been modifying it for each of our challenge groups, but we can certainly share that. And it includes like your daily commitments. If you're going to be a challenger in this group, you are responsible for checking in daily on the accountability post. You're responsible for reviewing, like each morning we're posting a tip, a question of the day, something silly, something fun every morning, and then that accountability. And I also have in there that you need to send me your progress at the end of each week. So that they know from the get-go, listen, like, you bought a challenge pack, you're in my challenge group, I am going to be here for you, and in a good way, and maybe not so good way, 'cause I'm going to be bugging you if I don't hear from you. So, but it seems to be working.
Was that in your start here file or in the message? I missed that part.
I'm sorry, Erin, I missed that.
Was that in your start here file or in your message when you first start? I missed where you said that.
It is in the start here file.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm trying to remember if in this last group I posted it. I don't know that I did, but I definitely post each Sunday during the challenge. I will say, don't forget, by the end of the day tomorrow, you need to send me your measurements, your pounds lost, any updates that you have.
Oh, so you make them measure weekly?
I give them the option. I don't make them do it, but for some people, what I've noticed, especially with 21 Day Fix, we're all losing inches much quicker than we're losing the pounds. So people were really getting frustrated because, and myself included, because I've been stagnant now after losing 22 pounds and like not budging, but I'm still losing inches. So I give them the option. If they want to send me the inches every week, they can do that so that they don't feel like they have to send me scale measurements.
So then do you make sure, so the people that are in your group have bought and some haven't bought, I missed that part.
Yeah.
So you have both people. So if people over time just kind of like drop off and stop talking and stop responding to you, but yet they want to be in the next group, what is your response?
I let them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I guess I have Erin and Linda's philosophy of never saying no, especially since I was that person for 6 months before I finally bought something. I also have a free group, like a free open group that's going. And Lindsay and I really struggled with this a lot in the very beginning after we finished our first challenge group, because suddenly we had all these people and we didn't know what to do with them. And we didn't want to just say, okay, now you're on your own after 3 weeks. so we have one big group going, and it's called Fit for Life. And, you guys are more than welcome to join it too. And it's just an open group, and it's friends that I have. It's people that have liked my like page or sent me a message, or like I have a lot of friends that are runners. So I have them in that group, and they'll just kind of randomly post. There's no schedule. We're not doing accountability. We're just posting random things whenever. So it's just kind of like that community that's there. So a lot of times if I have somebody who's in a challenge group and they're not interested in purchasing, I will say, okay, well, I still have this other group. If you would feel more comfortable in the other group that's not as 21-day fix focused or program focused, you could do that too.
I have a question, Jamie.
Yes, Lindsay.
So, okay, like there's a couple people that have messaged me and was like, okay, tell me more. And so talking to them about PIO and all this, and they're like, okay, like we're going to get it. And then of course I'm watching because I want to see if they get it or not, or to put them in the next group, and nothing. So I'll just message them and say, hey, I just wondering if you had any questions, or is there anything, I can answer for you? And then they just don't respond. So I'm like, it's fine if they backed out, but how do you handle that?
Mm-hmm. Well, as Linda has guided me in the past when I've been through that, a couple of different ways, and it really depends on the person. For example, I have one challenger right now in my challenge group who last month liked my page, reached out to me. I want to do this. I'm all in. I'm going to order. A week went by, and finally I was just like, what's going on? Are you ready for this? Is now maybe not the right time? And her response was, you know what? Things are really crazy at work right now. I don't think that I can do this right now. If I'm going to do it, I want to be committed and all in. I can't do it. Fine, not a problem. I'll put you in my free group. And is it okay if I check back with you next month? Absolutely, check back with me. So here we are, fast forward next month. I send her a message, hey, new group's opening. Are you ready? Yep, I'm all in. Challenge pack done. So, I mean, it really is just a matter of people being ready. And, I'll be honest with you right now, I have 4 customers that I've spoken to in the past couple of days about the new challenge group. They are all in, they are ready to go, and 2 days go by and nothing. And then I just keep sending them Facebook messages. One of the YouTube videos that I watched said, like, go for no. So I'm basically just keep checking in and not bugging them, I don't think.
That's where I know, but I don't even know them well enough to be like, hey girl, what's going on? Like if I knew them well enough, I would just be like, just come on, what's going on? What's the deal? But they reached out to me. They kind of found me. Mm-hmm. And so I've messaged them, and then now it's just like, nothing. So do I just wait maybe till my next group and say, hey, it's been a while. I don't know.
That's what I would do. I would go, again, Linda and Aaron have continually said this from the beginning. You have to do what in your heart feels right.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, okay, I'm now at the point where I'm just bugging them and I just need to back off, then back off. And if you also feel like 2 of the people right now that are kind of like, in that gray zone as far as doing it, I feel like they really do want to do it. They just legitimately have not had the chance to sit down and do it. Mm-hmm. Then I would just keep checking in with them. I have a coach right now who you may or may not know, who just became a coach tonight. And it's been like a good 2 months of, I want to be a coach, I want to be a coach, I want to be a coach, nothing. And finally tonight I get this text message, hey, guess what? I'm a coach. You're my coach. I'm in. Let's do this. I'm like, oh my God, you about gave me a freaking heart attack.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I don't know, Linda, what would you say? Or Aaron, what would you say to that?
Sorry, I had to unmute.
Go ahead.
So following
Linda,
up.
are you talking already? Sorry.
No, go ahead. You go first.
I would so the question is people who did you kind of fall off and what to do with them later?
Yeah, like just cold turkey. Like I can see them seeing my messages because they've reached out to me. I don't know them well enough to break it down so much as being like, hey girl,
Gotcha.
What's going on?
Right. So what I do with those people is invite them to the next group next month. Basically, what Jamie said.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And if they completely ignore that, then I would wait a couple months or wait until they see something that interests them and they message me again. Because, I mean, you guys are doing awesome. It's only been 3 months. And you can have people that come back a year later and say, 2 years later, I'm interested, or I want to coach, or, you know, that you keep posting about what you're doing and they're going to come back, I promise. And if they're not, then there was no forcing them into it anyway. So just keep posting about what you're doing and invite them to your next groups and go from there, but don't stress about it, you know.
Yep.
You're good.
It's like I'm not stressing about like getting people to sign up, because I do feel like it has to be their time. It really does, because even my sister, she was like, something clicked with you, Lindsay, and I'm like, I know it did, but what I'm stressing about is I really want to get Diamond in May. So that in turn turns into me stressing about people.
Yeah.
But Lindsay, you have enough challengers right now that if those challengers just sign up to be preferred customers, you'll hit Diamond. You're not that far.
Yeah.
And it's stressful.
But
let me tell you, waiting for Diamond is freaking stressful, because the past 2 weeks have been where Erin and Linda, I think, have been stressing them out even more than I've stressed myself out. But part of that is just the challenge group training and all that too.
For those people to get Diamond quickly, when you need a bunch of coaches quick, do what Jamie said and go back into your orders list.
Yeah.
See who got challenge packs, see what's coming, pay before your next shake order comes out. I love the preferred customer. I'm totally going to change to using that, but I would say, do you want to upgrade to a coach account for the discount? Like, you don't have to say you have to coach somebody. That's my second worst name after active coach. That you know, doesn't make sense to say, but you don't have to coach anyone to coach. So just go to those people that already have orders. That's the quickest way to find discount coaches.
Yeah.
And I think Linda, what else? What do you think?
About following up or about finding coaches?
About what happens when either one. Both.
Okay.
I was like, all of it, please. Yeah.
So I operate a little bit differently. When people message me, and Erin and I were discussing this earlier today, but when people message me, and I'm naturally a very shy person, I tend to see the message come in, freak out, and go, what am I going to say back? And then I will sit there for a while trying to figure out what I'm going to say to people. So I'm a huge fan of scripts. And I know a lot of people don't always use them, but I have, and I actually was working on them today because they were not working well for me before. But, you know, I have scripts for the invites, for the follow-ups, for everything. I keep them in my notes in my phone. And then that way when people message me, I don't have to go, crap, what am I going to say? I already know. Here's my response, and I just copy paste, and put it in. But as far as the follow-ups go, there's two things. One, Erin kind of typed out a little bit of her script today when I was working on mine. And it basically, on her follow-up, after sharing a video with someone, you know, like, here's Shakeology, or you know, watch the video, we'll get in touch, and then you're trying to message them and they don't respond. One way of doing it is just add them to the group, either your free group or your regular one, and send them a message that says, hey girl, I just added you to the group. It's private, but it's you know, let me know if you have a hard time finding it. And by the way, did you get a chance to see the video? What did you think? Because then it kind of shows them that you're invested in them already. You already put them in the group. So that's Erin's tip, which I think is awesome. Another way.
I just want to say that I actually.
Oh.
We lost you, Erin.
We lost her. Are you there?
Back. Say it again, Erin.
I'm here. Sorry, I kept gotten kicked off like 5 times today. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
What I was going to say is that I actually don't ever send anyone video links.
Oh. I only ever do links. Sorry, I edited it that way.
I do too. Wait, why don't you, Erin?
I just never have. what I'll do is what I was saying to Linda to do is to say, okay, after I found out about what their goals are, what kind of workouts they like, you know, what they're struggling with, I say, okay, you know, I understand, and I've been there too, you know, here's my, you know, this is what's helped me. Actually, if you like cardio, I think you'll like T25 or whatever. You know, have you thought about adding shake to Shakeology to your daily routine? And if so, you can get it in a challenge pack. So basically everything I say in the Coach Basics post. And then I send them the link to the challenge pack that I'm recommending. So they can check it out. I say, check it out here. And I send them the link to the challenge pack so they check it out through that. And then if they want to buy it on the spot, they can, versus seeing a video. I don't know. I've just never sent videos.
And I just want to say I really like that, because I have been using the video links with people that I'm not really close with. And I always feel so salesy when I'm sending those videos. So I like hearing that someone is not using the videos, and then I could just send links and talk to them about the program. Because I feel like here's an infomercial, watch it.
Yeah. I think it, like, if maybe they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll watch that when I have time, versus if they check something out, they can buy it on the spot if they're really excited about it. I mean, and if they ask for more information or I'd really like to see more, then I would, you know, then I would consider sending a video link. But I mean, you know, find what works for you, you know.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing that I do is I usually will follow up with someone maybe once or twice. And then after that, either the second or third time, depending on how the conversation had been before, I send this. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can send this. But actually I've gotten fairly good responses. And it's something I got from a training video. But it says, hey, and then their name. I know you were interested in the challenge group, but it doesn't seem like it's a good time for you right now. Don't worry, you haven't hurt my feelings. I would love to follow up with you in a few months. Is there anything I can help you with in the meantime? Would healthy recipes or fitness tips be helpful? Because then it kind of, you know, says, hey, I know you're not responding. If this isn't a good time, let me know. And if you just need some help and aren't really purchasing right now, I can still provide you with tips and, you know, recipes and things. So that's it. Anyone else? Does anyone else have ideas of how they follow up when people aren't responding?
I just wanted to say that, yeah, I can add something. You're going to get a lot of no's, and you're going to get a lot of not responsive messages, and it's okay. You just keep moving on, because if you take it personally, that's a big problem. And I think that all of us at some point in this coaching thing that we're in, we take it personally. And you can't. You have to say, okay, they're just not ready. It's them, it's not me, and just move on. And you can get hung up on, well, why didn't they order it? You could, you know, something that maybe you should follow up on when you think that, or when they give the indication that they're ready. But you don't want to push, and you don't want to intimidate. And it's one thing that I've learned too is that make it about them, because it's really important. If you're talking about, you know, yourself and your story and this, it's good to say what's worked for you, but ask them, make it about them, because I think seldom in life do we have the opportunity to allow people to just talk freely about their concerns and their worries and what they're struggling with. That's what we're for. We're here to listen to that. And I think being a nurse, there's some nurses here, I think that all of us, you know, to some degree, either, you know, we feel like we're that listening ear, and we want to help them the best way that we can. And that means that we have to listen to their story, ask questions, and ask more questions, and stay interested in them, and ask, you know, just little things, even just family things, or what's stressing them out. And, you know, even just them being able to talk about it is going to make them feel better, that they have someone who actually cares, who's giving them attention. I think that's what's most important, is make it about them.
Couldn't agree more. Very, very true. Good point. Well, guys, that was really, really, really awesome. Thank you so much, Linda and Jamie,
Thank
for
you.
for hosting, and Jamie for sharing the story. I know I learned a lot. So, unless anybody else has anything else they need to say, I think we had a really good call. It's already 10 o'clock, so.
That was a good call. That was good.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Well, Linda,
Thank you.
will you post the recording when you can?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys.